Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of Tech Reviews Help. And today I'm going to show you how to get rid of a ghost folder on Windows and particularly Windows 8. And as far as things goes, what is a ghost folder? It's a terminology I came up with. I don't know what the actual term is because this doesn't happen that often. I'm guessing there really isn't one. But it's basically a folder that you can't delete by normal means. So here's an example. I got a folder, I can go in it, I can rename it, I can do whatever, but let's try to delete it, and it says this folder is no longer located here. And as far as everything in, I can delete everything inside a folder, but not the actual folder itself, as seen here. So given that it says it's no longer located here, and given that it is here, it kind of seemed like an appropriate name for it. Now, as far as things goes, I've heard of this happening to other operating systems, being Linux and OS X being Macintoshes and whatnot. So I'm not suggesting that this only happens to Windows, but I've only seen it with my own eyes and dealt with it on Windows. But then again, I don't deal with the other operating systems that much at all. I'm talking about probably an hour per year on the other operating systems, and that's mostly deal with all my tips on Windows. So as far as things goes, to get rid of this, one thing I want to note is what you need to do is try to delete everything with inside the folder itself, and that way you can end up just getting rid of the folder itself. One thing I also want to note is the folder itself will hold almost no data at all, where it says 0 bytes. This is not really true. It's like point a whole bunch of zeros in 1 byte. I mean, it's very, very small, so you're not using any space at all by keeping it there if you want to ignore it. But for Windows, how do you fix this problem? First off, you really need to know the area that your folder is. So as far as this goes, I'm on this PC. What you can see is C drive, user, me, documents, and Camtasia, and so on. So you need to find the actual link. If it's on your desktop, the difference is going to be right after the user, you got to find your username, and then it's going to say desktop. I'll show you that in a second. In fact, I'll show you that right now. So if you're on desktop, what you'll have is desktop right here. So it's simple as that. So anyways, now that we know the folder's location that we want to get rid of, we need to pull up command prompt. On Windows 8, what you want to do is go to the search, put in CMD, and there you go. In a previous version or a modified version of Windows, you go down to search or run and put in CMD, and again, here you go. Now, as far as this goes, yours might look slightly different. I just modified the color by doing this. You can pause the video and actually do yours right now if you want, but that's just a personal preference. Now, as far as this goes, it's very important that you type this exact. And the reason for this is we're doing with the core files. Again, if you are okay with leaving it and it won't bug you, then go ahead and leave it. What we need to do is type in cd space /d space, and then we need to type in or copy and paste this directory. So as far as this goes, if you're on your desktop, then there'll be C drive or whatever your main drive was, which most likely C drive, users, your username, and desktop. So for me, it's C drive, users, my username, documents, Camtasia Studios for this particular instance. So as far as this goes, Control C or right click and copy, and then we need to paste that in. And all this command line will do is set the directory towards here. So just doing a quick overlook. If you mess up this part, it's not a real big deal. I mean, as far as this part. So now that we switch the directory itself, we need to actually look into the file itself. So to do that, again, copy the exact what I type in. It's dir // whatever you want to call it, x. Now as far as this goes, I will copy and paste some of this into my description so it will help you out. Press enter and you should get something like this. This will show you all the folders and some of the files within your thing. So as you may notice, try to scroll up a little bit. Try to find the first. So you can see that my folder, a MP4 file, the actual folder, and so on. So we need to find the actual folder that we're having a problem with, and this is pretty important. Now, one thing that you can do is if you're on multiple monitors, then what you can do is space this out pretty good. So what you do is you just go straight up and it fills in the space. And that works with multiple monitors. I use it quite a bit. So as far as this goes, this to the right doesn't make a difference. We just need that for knowing the actual title of the name of the folder. So we're looking for Eve Online. And this is alphabetical. Eve Online Rookies Guide. So it's this one. And we need to know this. So it might be a good idea if you got a long list like I do here. Keep in mind this is folders and files. It might be a good idea to actually write this down somewhere. And I'm just going to write down in the search box. That way I can copy and paste it in for the next part. So as far as this goes, we want this middle part. And since we're going for this, we're doing a EVE OL or ONL, this thing, and then 1. Now as far as where this thing, the symbol is, I'm not really sure what that's called, but it's next to the 1. Just press shift and 1 and you should get it. So now that we have that, scroll down to the bottom and let's type in the following: rmdir /q/ sorry about that, rmdir /q/ s, and then copy and paste what you wrote down and paste that in. And let's clear that so you can actually see it in action and press enter. Keep in mind we're getting rid of this one, and it got rid of it as seen here. And here's the thing is, if you got multiple folders with the same problem in the same area, just what you do is click up, and that way you don't have to retype everything. You just got to retype this last part, which is pretty important. So as far as things goes, this is how to get rid of ghost folders in Windows 8 and previous versions of Windows. And as far as things goes, if you do run into any problems, then please feel free to leave me a comment below and I'll try to help you out. But given that I didn't physically touch your computer, obviously it's not on my head. Also, another thing is, if I cannot fix the problem, I'll try to redirect you to somewhere or someone that can. So keep that in mind, because I always try to help you out in one way or another. And if this has helped you, then please like, please subscribe, and please share. And please give me your experience down below, again, if it worked or didn't work or whatnot. So anyways, again, this has been Craig Bennett, the founder and owner of TechReviews and Help, and hope you have a great day.